forgot to turn down the volume. Oh, well. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics. It's the Arsenos Andrew speaking. It is Friday night. This is the Nerd Den, and we are live. And, of course, once again, only the two very most important people are actually here. I mean, honestly, this is how we started last episode, but that's all right.
I wouldn't hear last episode.
Oh, no, it was the week before. It was just you and me. MK's here, though. He says, good day, good day. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up, MK?
So, yeah, I was having drama over on my other channel, and it's okay. I'm handling it like a big boy. But
I just, what happened? I mean,
you want to hear the story?
Yeah. Like, what'd he start tweaking about? I mean,
all right. Well, hold on, just a quick second. MK says, "What am I? Chopped liver? No. We appreciate you being here once again. It's the three most important people on this channel.
Yay!
You know." Okay. Story time. Yes, story time. Well, he doesn't pay attention to this channel, so it's okay. So, there was a guy that got invited to Screwing with Scammers channel. He showed up, and he had actually visited them when he was out in Las Vegas, and they were friendly with him. Everything was good. Well, he got an invite to join my channel, so I invited him on the channel. What's up, Todd?
What's up, man? I want to hear all the drama.
Okay, I'm telling you the drama.
Okay.
You're here for it, right? And so the guy was kind of cool. He was a little weird, but he was kind of cool. He was okay with it, right? And right before I went to Miami, which he lives in Fort Lauderdale, and I had made arrangements to stop and say hi to him on the way back home. And right before this incident happens, he apparently went on the other live stream and beforehand had asked them about bringing up his own drama on the channel. And they were like, he does it all the time. They were like, no, we're not interested in doing that. And they told him no. They didn't want him to bring up the drama. He had a friend who was sick and, GoFundMe. And they're like, no, we don't want to bring other people's crap onto our channel. And I understand that completely. Well, he made a snarky comment and it pissed them off. And it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And they were like, that's it. We're done with this guy. We're not inviting him to the stream anymore. We're done. And I said, okay, well, when I joined the stream, they kind of gave me a little hint of what was going on, but they went into no details with me whatsoever. So prior to me going to Miami and hooking up and meeting up with this guy, I didn't know what was going on. So when I got to Miami and I reached out to him, he said, hey, let's go ahead and do this. Somebody is blowing up my phone. Hold on a second.
Yeah, make sure Doc's got a leak.
Yeah, I don't think you sent it to Zach either.
No, I sent it to Zach. I know I did. Somebody forwarded to Doc. What happened was I deleted all my sent items. So when I went back and put in Nerd Den in my email, it was gone. So I had to redo it completely. I thought I included him. My bad. Sorry, guys. Okay, so to wrap this story up as quickly as possible.
Zach says he did not receive the link.
Well, maybe there's a reason for that. I'm just kidding. Hold on. I will resend it to him.
I will take care of Doc.
Okay.
I'm fucking retarded. The only human I know that does not know how to use an email.
All right. Who's that, Doc or John? Zach?
You sent it to.
I think you. I think he means you.
You sent it to me, to Avery,
right?
To Dusty, to Ramel, and to Doc. You didn't send it to Zach.
All right. Well, I just sent it to him. So
okay.
Yeah, you're talking to the only idiot that doesn't know how to use email. Okay. All right. So, make a long story short.
Okay. Sorry.
Which is never possible for me. When I saw him in Miami, I told him, I said, number one, before you tell me any of what's going on with your drama, number one, the person who owns the YouTube channel and does the live streams, 100% control. They choose what's on their stream, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You can't force yourself. You can't try to, it's theirs. They are 100% in control, period. Okay. So they decide who comes on and what gets talked about on their channel. Okay. Hey, Zach.
You.
Then I also told him, I said, Now, be an adult, reach out to the other people, apologize, and then let it, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You know, if they accept your apology and everything's good, fine. If they tell you, screw you, we're not gonna accept your apology, then you got to leave it at that as well. Okay. So I did not know what happened in the interim because I was doing my own thing. Right. Well, apparently I invited him on the stream the following week, and it kind of ticked off one of the other guys, and I found out he gave me more details after the stream. But during the stream, excuse me for a quick second, this might be important.
Hey Avery, how are you?
I'm all right. Dude, parasocial relationships, dude, are weird. People get so weird on YouTube. There's always drama. People always want to argue. It's ridiculous.
I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean,
no.
I'm very glad in some respects. I mean, definitely the parasocial thing has huge advantages, but in a lot of respects, I'm so glad that I had never had to deal with this crap.
But
hey, what's up, MK? How you doing?
Actually, you probably won't have to deal with it, even if you get when we get adult fantasy rolling and producing our shows. It's just us.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have to have anybody. You know, no one else is involved.
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, honestly, like it's you know, I think it's more about new avenues of discovery. You know, like what Andrew does, it has benefits, and it has, like, Andrew's in a very specific situation where if he really stopped doing the scam channel, like, he would lose a source of income, but I don't think it would be the end of the road, right? There's a whole generation of kids. MK says, LFG, going to see the Backrooms again tonight with my daughter. She asked, I can't say no. I saw the teaser. Rays? Yes, definitely the Rays, and in the Backrooms. Or maybe something to do with the Backrooms. But nice. MK, was the movie good? Because I'm actually genuinely curious to see it. Obviously, like Melissa, Shiraboom doesn't care, and my kids are too young, but I'm very curious to see it if it's actually, I mean, you're going to see it again, so I guess it's a good movie. Yeah, I think this whole thing, like, I think I was actually watching a lot of the problems associated with kind of the performance marketing, which is sort of the trend nowadays, is like you as the brand for the personal branding, the YouTube, the TikTok, right? The problem with that is that you can never stop, you can never quit. And your entire life becomes about getting more followers and more people. And you start thinking in ways that are not conducive to health, right? Everything becomes a topic to talk about on your stream, as opposed to just like living your life and being a decent person. MK, really quick, MK says it was good, and knowing the kid did it even better. Yeah, that's why I want to see it. Like, it's the same kid that invented the damn thing. That's pretty amazing. It's weird AF, but totally true to what he created. That's awesome, man. I mean, that's the thing. He did a video, it blew up, it became a cultural phenomenon. The studio did the right thing and let him direct the movie. And I think he had directed a couple like short films or something before that, and now he's got a feature film, and it's going to be a blockbuster. I hope, I assume. I'm sure it's going to do good at the box office because the Backrooms is a big thing, you know. It's crazy. Anyway.
They added one of the Backrooms video games to Xbox. The Game Pass. I might try it.
Is it? I didn't know. I thought it was just a meme. Like, I know, like there's Backrooms in Minecraft and stuff, but
there's a game. It's a multiplayer also. You can play it single player or co-op.
Is it like an official?
I don't know. It's just called the Backrooms, man.
Awesome. Okay.
I know there's tons of people writing stories based in it.
Bye, MK. He says he's got to jump. The movie's in 20 minutes. You guys ever
later?
I'll watch after we get back. Yeah, you have to forward this part because I don't know where the hell Andrew went. He left his own stream. Anyway.
Yeah, I wonder if Doc's just sitting in the waiting room.
He might be. So I took my text. No, I don't see him. He might have pinged me. But yeah, man, I I got some juicy bits. I got a juicy bit. So I had a comic related thing. So
Okay.
So I was watching a stream. Something popped up in my YouTube feed. It was Jim Lee, and he does the drawing streams, and he hadn't done one in like over a year, and he hopped back on. And I don't know if you've seen Jim Lee lately, but homeboy has aged.
Yeah,
he's aged. Like, I know he's older, but like McFarlane and Jim Lee are kind of the same age, but Jim Lee looks older than McFarlane does to me.
Yeah.
He looks rough, honestly. He looks a little rough. And I was like, oh shit, homeboy has been going through something. And turns out one of the challenges he's had, one of the reasons that Hush is late is because he can't do his schedule anymore. Because he was the guy, he would like, basically he works all day at DC or whatever, and before that Wildstorm, and then he would draw at night from like midnight to like 6 a.m. Right? Like he just would stay up all night to draw because that's when no one would bother him. And then he would do business stuff during the day. And he just grinded for like 30 years. Right? But I found out through the stream, Avery, that he is diabetic. He just got diagnosed with diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Because of his lifestyle. He thinks because of his lifestyle. And so he can't stay up late anymore. And so now he's having to figure it all out and all that shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it could be lifestyle, could be genetic. Well, he's never been like a heavy fat dude, so
he's an athletic, skinny Asian kid.
Yeah, so it's lifestyle and just genetics.
Yeah.
I saw Jim Lee at that con I went to. At MegaCon. It's actually where I got that sign, where I got Todd that Simon Bisbee sign thing. I'm walking down there and I see Jim Lee, and I thought, is that him? Because I've seen photos of him in the past, and he was always very slim and pretty youthful.
Yeah.
This guy's like, he looks like my grandfather, my OG son, my Japanese grandfather.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably, like, he's not that old. I think he's maybe 50, like he's in his late 50s or early 60s, maybe.
I think he's in his 60s.
Yeah, he's not young. But he looks, I mean, McFarlane's the same age, and McFarlane doesn't look that old, so I don't know. It's crazy, man. We're about to be there in 10 years.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I already, you know how they say you're only as old as you feel? Right now I feel about 97.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and he's a grandpa now.
Right.
Yeah.
I know.
I've been. Has anybody seen anything good that's comic, sci-fi, or fantasy related in the last week?
No, it's pretty funny that a bunch of people at Marvel got shit canned, and they put the movie studio people in charge.
Yeah.
Well, it's only a matter of time.
That was a lot of people. I saw a lot of people, comic pros, like freaking out, and I'm just like,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I wasn't so broke right now, I would probably go see The Mandalorian Grogu just to talk about it. But from what I've read, people actually seen it. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just boring, which is not something you really want to hear with a Star Wars movie. I'm told the first 10 minutes is like really, really awesome, and because it's basically like a really, really well shot action scene. Then it just kind of goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean,
it's getting to where the stuff made by fans on YouTube is better.
It is actually.
Even with the the janky early, because AI is still early. It's
Yeah.
still it's still new. Even with that jank, the stories are better.
Well, here's the thing. There's a guy on YouTube who's actually delving into a lot of the old legend stuff, and
Yeah.
he's been using AI to make a film version of the Timothy Zahn's Heir to the Empire series, which is the book series that essentially kicked off the whole expanded universe back in the 90s.
Yeah, I know.
And it's actually pretty good. I mean, I don't really agree with the way he put Mara Jade together. She looks like a teenager, but fair due. But so it raises an interesting question. If if fans are able to take this technology and essentially make their own fan films that are pretty close to professional level, and they're better than what the actual studio that owns the property is able to put out. It raises some interesting questions. Like, yes, on one hand, Disney owns the copyright, so it's their stuff legally. But on the other hand, the fans are making stuff on their own, and you can't CB strike all of it because there's just too much of it out there. I'll just go back up another account. So, at what point does this mean that for like major shared universes IPs like that, like copyright essentially is copyright is not going to be it's not going to go away. It's just going to be hollowed out. Because people are going to make stuff on their own regardless of what the law says, and there's really no way to stop it unless you want to sue like every single unless you want to do what the music companies did back in the 90s and sue every
They can stop it. That's not what's going to matter. It's when these people learn enough to start doing their own stuff.
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty impressive.
Well, that's going to be difficult because the reason why they keep making so many sequels and stuff is because people crave the familiar. It's actually really hard to break a new story. I mean, they keep So
yeah, but if you've already built an audience off of doing Star Wars fanfics, then all of a sudden you start doing your own thing and slipping those in there.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, it's just to me it's interesting though that the idea of copyright and ownership will essentially be hollowed out from the inside. It'll still be there in law, but it'll be for all practical purposes.
Well, a lot of the AI companies will probably jump on board with the big industry and simply make it where you can't. Like if you try to create a prompt of some characters or some things, it won't let you. There's going to be a battle over it.
I don't know. I mean, because I think nature abhors a vacuum, and there's always I have a feeling that if the big AI companies don't do it, some other AI company, probably one that's not in U.S. jurisdiction.
Yeah, like the ones in China. They'll make whatever you want.
I mean, it's like this. It'll be interesting though because see, the guy who's doing that weird fanfic. I think he wrote in one of his comments. It's like a 42-minute long, video. So not a full-length movie, but and he says it took him about a month. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if he wanted to make a full-length 2.5-hour epic, that's like what, maybe like 3 months work total, plus I'm not sure what he's paying for it in terms of credits, but one guy, maybe a handful of guys, 3 months, whatever he pays, versus like $100 million to essentially make something of similar length. I mean, obviously of higher quality, but even so, I think that the mainstream media industry is woke, not woke, politics, apolitical. What's going to kill them is the simple fact that they can't compete on price. Because if if you have to spend if it costs like what $100 million to make a movie, and you're just spending the same amount to promote it, and you need to clear at least double that to just to break even, for any like genre film, and then you got some guy who's able to make something of the same length, near enough quality, and is able to release essentially for free on YouTube, and collect whatever collect whatever monetization he can. Even if he doesn't make as much money as like the mainstream studios, his initial startup costs are going to be so low anyway that he'll be in profit long before like the actual movie, old-fashioned movie is even breaks even. I mean, we're talking in terms of years.
They're going to switch to AI. They're going to fire tons of they talk about not doing it, but that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to switch to AI for special effects and stuff.
It's they're not going to have a choice. I mean, the simple fact is the technology is there, and the movie studios, they're kind of in the position right now that vaudeville was back in the 1910s. They just, live action theater, was limited because you could only go there and see it when they're actually playing, and you were like, it was only in one theater, whereas a movie theater was everywhere. And it showed more times a day than, with actual live actors. They can at a fraction of the price. I know everybody's trying to talk about saving Hollywood. I for one will be sad to see it, even though I pretty much hate everything that comes out of it now because I remember how it was. But I just don't see how they're going to survive because putting all politics and all politics aside, the numbers just don't add up. At least that's how I feel about it. And I think with same thing maybe with comics as well. If comic creating AI is, becomes a point where it's viable, and instead of like, I remember reading how Jack Kirby back in his heyday was able to polish off a page a day, and that was considered
a page a day. He was doing 5 to 10 pages a day, bro.
Well, that was considered like but he was considered like phenomenal, and You go back to the 80s and 90s with McFarlane and Jim Lee and all those guys, and they were doing these ultra detailed, pencils that might take them like a day or two just for one page, which is one of the reasons why they're always so late because there's just so much, they took so much time. But you come up with an AI that can just like crank it out in like 5 minutes. Yes, it's. Yes, like the comic book aficionados, like you fine gentlemen, or might see for what it is to say no, this isn't real. But the average reader, he's not going to care. He just wants a story to be. He just wants to be entertained. Yeah. And look, I'm having a lot. I am writing more now. I've probably written more words in the last 3 months than I have in the last 10 years. Just on a daily basis. It's I'm turning out like one chapter a day, and that's actually slow because I have to work. If I could do this full time, I could probably crank out a 30,000 word novella in like 3 days time, have it edited and ready to publish in 5 or 6. I couldn't do that without AI. And I'm already starting to see money coming in because of it. So, and the point is, I think if anyone who's gonna like try and stop this, you can probably slow it down a little bit, but you might as well like stop the tide with a broom. All you're gonna do is get wet.
Yeah, it's inevitable. You're gonna have to use it in some manner.
Because if you don't, someone else will, and they're the ones who are going to inherit the future.
Yeah, and you're going to want to use it to do what like what you're doing. You're developing your own audience, your own thing.
Yeah. I think that there's so many different ways to do it. I'm finding is that. So again, my experience is a little different from yours because I come out of self-publishing, and when I started doing this back in like 2010, the 2000s, 2010s, the accepted wisdom was you build an audience by constant posting on Facebook, Twitter, Yeah, there was no Instagram at that time. Or you write a blog and you keep pumping stuff out and you build up a readership and then you monetize that for your books. I can never pull that off because I can't write that much, and I hate blogging. You know. And but then AI comes up. But then AI comes along, and I'm able to use that to optimize my Facebook ads, and I'm doing better than ever. And I can focus totally on the writing by itself.
That's awesome.
I mean, look. I mean, the thing is that you go back to back in the 20th century, the previous century. The way you would get started in writing was, at least in genre fiction, is that there used to be magazines. Realms of Fantasy, Omni, Marion Zimmer Bradley's Fantasy Magazine, just a bunch of magazines. And what you would do is you would write a story or a few short stories. You get published. You submit. Maybe you get published. Publish a few more. You pick up a track record. Then you reach out to an agent, and maybe an agent will take you on. Will take a punt on you, and then you'll sell. Then you sell a book pitch. You get an advance, which you split with your agent, obviously. You write it out. You sell it. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll make the advance back and make a profit. And so you're talking. I mean, that's how it was. That's how it was in the old school days. So, but now it's then came the internet, and now comes social media. Now comes AI, and I don't know, man. It just feels like the world's changed more in the last 10 years than it has in the last 50. That makes sense.
Are you guys telling me I leave for a minute? You have so little to talk about, you turn the channel over to Zach, and he drives away our one viewer.
No, he left before that.
Okay.
Thanks, Andrew. It's great to hear that you were.
You were gone longer than a minute.
Yeah, I know I was. Yeah. I had to go drive around the neighborhood looking for my wife.
Why?
Mother-in-law stuff again?
No, it has nothing to do with the mother-in-law. It has to do with the dog. And the fact that she decided to go out in the rain to take the dog for a walk. Oh. At the same exact moment, her sister is trying to get in touch with her and calling me on my phone. So I take a quick break from the stream to go give my wife the phone. And guess what? She's not out there. She's out there on the street somewhere. Who knows where? So I had to go find her.
So, can I ask you?
I can't even begin to describe the frustration.
So,
yes, Zach.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Have you seen the trailers for Supergirl? I don't care about all the media bullshit about that. But you've seen the trailers for it, I'm assuming.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm still looking forward to going to see the movie when it comes out.
I might do that also because.
Well, good.
I mean, I've also
go watch it and make up your own opinion on it. That would be wonderful.
I also I texted. I think I texted this to you guys. So there were these guys here on the beach over Memorial Day weekend, and they built a sandcastle shaped like Castle Grayskull.
They did. I saw the pictures.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I mean, it's gone now because it wore out. After like 3 days, they went home and it just the wind wore it down, and I'm pretty certain a bunch of kids probably jumped in it as well. But while it was up, it was really good. It was obviously an official. I think it was obviously an official promotion. And I don't know. I've seen like a few promos for it, and it looks like they're doing what they did with the movie back in the 80s with Dolph Lundgren, which is like set at least part of it on Earth, which didn't really work back then. Maybe it'll work now. But at least they got the casting right. And the guy looks like He-Man. He looks like Adam.
No, it looks like fun. Now, what does that have to do with Supergirl?
No, nothing. I'm just bringing it up. But all right, getting back to Supergirl. What do you think of? I mean, do you think? Because I know the storyline on which it's based. It's an interesting approach. I mean, I think it does take the character seriously because in the lore, Kara Zor-El is like unlike Clark, she did see her world die. Clark left as a baby, so he has no memory of it. So she really is essentially suffering from like some massive PTSD. And I think the particular storyline they're following from, I forget what it's called. I think it was a lot of it was about that. It was basically her coming to terms with that while killing a lot of people. But I don't remember Lobo being in it though.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
And the storyline was called Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
And Lobo was not in it.
I hope the movie's terrible.
I think the movie's going to be great, but in the comic, it
You
was
think every
more.
movie's
The
great.
story was more about the character that she meets, the girl, the princess that she
Right.
meets, and kind of less about her. It was more about her. So that would be the girl in the preview that has the sword.
Yeah.
That was like the main character of the of Women of Tomorrow was her. So
It'll be interesting. I mean, although I have a feeling that DC Comics is probably not long for this world. Like if they're basically shutting down the Marvel comic.
all right, now we're getting into doom and gloom talking points from other YouTubers, and we're not going to do that, Zach.
I have no idea what they're saying.
DC is not coming to an end. I don't know why anybody would believe that, but then again, it gets people to tune in when you're talking doom and gloom, and that's really not what we're doing here, Zach.
Yeah.
I love doom and gloom.
Well, there's always got to be one rotten egg in the or one rotten apple in the bunch.
I want the worst for everyone.
All right, fine. I'll see what kind of bullshit I can come up with. DC is doomed. Star Trek is dead. Star Wars.
Yeah.
We only
Dead.
need one. Zach, we only
Dead.
need one rotten apple in this bunch, and Avery is it.
Dead.
Why does he get to be the rotten apple? Why can't I be the best?
Because
Seniority.
he's always been that way. He's always
Seniority.
So Todd, I was telling Avery that last night my family went to my nephew's graduation. He graduated from Fletcher,
Okay.
and it was at the Veterans Memorial Arena.
Uh-huh.
And it wouldn't be a Fletcher graduation if when we were all supposed to leave, coming out and then meeting the kids on the end where they come out, all of a sudden people start screaming, yelling, and running. And a lady I heard yell, "It's just a fight. There's no shooting. It's just a fight."
It's just that's so Jacksonville.
Yeah. And my mother-in-law got really upset because she was in one of the chairs, and she said she turned to see what was going on, and people were running towards her, and this one young man ran right past her and tripped and fell, and she thought maybe she accidentally tripped him, but he fell into the parking lot, and 3 police officers jumped on top of him.
Oh shit.
And she's like, "Ooh, did I do that?" And we're like, "No, you did not do that. Trust me, you did not do that."
Golly.
But yeah, that was our fun evening last night. That's why I could not join lore games because, yeah. Anyway, so you want me guys to tell you finish my story?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So
Finally.
where did I stop?
Just start over. It's okay.
Okay. All right. So, guy joins the live streams on my scam channel. He's okay. He's a little weird guy, but he's okay. He likes to bring up his own drama and bring it to the live streams. Well, he had told SWS that he wanted to talk about something, and they kind of were like, "No, we don't want that brought up in our live stream." So they kind of shut him down, and he made a snarky comment, and it pushed him over the edge. And they're like, "Okay, we're done with this. We're not dealing with this guy anymore." And when I met him, and this was I didn't know what was going on. I didn't see this all happen because for some reason I wasn't there. And I told him when I met with him, I said, number one, the people that run the channel, it's their live stream. They decide who gets on and what gets talked about. You have no say in that whatsoever. Right?
Right.
And then, geez, you know what? I just realized something. I can't end this story.
Why?
Because I don't have my phone on me. I gave it to my wife so she could call her sister back. And all the text messages that I was going to read to you are on my phone. Never mind. Doesn't matter. let's talk about something positive. Let's talk about comics.
Found out that
Comics suck.
I found out that Jim Lee has diabetes.
Yeah, we all knew that. So I
What?
picked up. Yeah, he made a big, huge post about it. He's pre-diabetic, and yeah, his whole life is getting changed because the new medicine is causing him to slow down. And yeah, whatever. A lot of people out here who are diabetics know that all that is whining and bitching and complaining and making up reasons for why he's running late. I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for him whatsoever at all.
Wow.
So I picked up 3 new comics. I don't. I care more about Adam Hughes and his cancer issue than I care about Jim Lee and his pre-diabetes.
Yeah, pre-diabetes is no big deal.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
not.
it was
And just because,
diabetes.
and just well, he's on a medication and it's sapping his will to live or whatever, sapping his will to be able to get work done, and that's what he's using as an excuse for why Batman was so late.
What?
Whatever.
Well, I guess
what-
it's true. Like he doesn't.
What the
realize
hell
that-
is he on?
No idea.
Well, I
No
guess
idea.
it's also true that he probably doesn't totally realize, or maybe he's not thinking that most of his audience has been diabetic or pre-diabetic for years, and they're not.
Yeah.
No sympathy, man. No sympathy. Oh well. Speaking of which, the last
I could understand if he was like new to like blood pressure meds. Those can really mess you up and zap your energy. But
yeah, it might even have been. But yeah, one of my regulars read me the post that he put out about how, you know, the medications he's on is like sapping his ability to get stuff done and all that. And I'm like,
get out of here.
Yeah. No, you don't get paid the amount of money you get paid and have the skills that you have. And when you're running late because you're too busy jerking off in the corner, that you got to come up with an excuse and you're going to use that. Like, whatever. You know, just admit to everybody you're having an affair. You're too busy chasing tail. I mean, whatever it is, be honest, because nobody believes you when you say, oh, the medicine did it to me. Whatever.
Or he should like just be an artist or just be a publisher.
Yeah, but he wants it all.
It's too much.
Yeah. So, 3 new comics this week, and one of them was not the last part of Hush 2. I could care less about that. Plus, he did like 7 different variant covers where you put them all together and it makes a one image and whatever. I really don't.
Jeez,
care.
that took 2 weeks.
I'm not buying 7 copies of that book for that. No, it's just not happening. Anyway, plus, hold on a second. What was the cover price of that thing? I don't remember the cover price. I'm looking. Oh, $4.99 for 40 pages. There was a connecting cover. No, I don't care. It's just not that important to me. Anyway, so I did pick up some comics. I picked up the latest issue of Absolute Wonder Woman, which, once again, probably one of the better titles DC's putting out right now is Absolute Wonder Woman. Enjoy the hell out of that. The second issue of Red Roots from Lorenzo Di Felici, the same guy that did.
He's good. He's great.
Yeah, I like his art, and we'll see where this issue goes. Normally I give a comic 1 issue. This one I'm giving 2 just to see where it goes. And then, of course, the third one, which I read, and I think the bottom has dropped out of this comic completely, is Infernal Hulk #7. I'm still buying it for Todd, but I read this issue and go, I don't remember what happened in issue 6. It was that boring to me. And it's not Nick Klein's art. It's somebody else. I don't think Nick Klein's done an issue in like 4 issues. So if you're buying it for his art, it's not there.
Yeah, I know.
It's just not. And oh well. I know the guy does a lot of like really good art, but this is not the title for his art. It's just not. But that was it. That's what I picked up this week. And yeah, Infernal Hulk not doing it for me. Good thing you didn't have to buy him, Todd.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I just have to remember to bring him with me in 2 weeks. By the way, do you realize we're getting together in 2 weeks?
I know. It's crazy.
Isn't that cool? Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah.
My problem is I'm finding more and more things to go get. Oh God, Avery, you're not going to believe this. You remember how I showed you guys part of that collection where I'd gotten the original 3-issue limited series from Avatar for Eric Powell's The Goon? And turns out the first issue was like a $200 book, and the second and third issue were like each $75 a piece. But I ended up selling the collection. I made double the money I put into it, so I was happy with that. But one of the things I did beforehand is I looked to see if Eric Powell was doing any shows near us or, whatever. And he wasn't on a list of any place nearby. Guess who is now on the guest list for Heroes Con? And my buddy, who I sold the first 3 issues to, wants me to take them and get them signed. Yes, you're right. The answer is Eric Powell is on the guest list for Heroes Con.
Who's Eric Powell?
The Goon, the guy that created The Goon.
What's The Goon?
Oh, come on.
Okay, so anyway. So I've been bagging boarding this collection that I picked up last Monday. And Todd, there's just such good stuff in there from the 90s that we were big fans of. The X-Men and X-Factor, and just huge chunks of really good stuff from there. Like the first 20 issues of the Texiera, Solteras, Ghost Rider. I mean, just really, really good stuff. Matter of fact, I have 2 copies of this put aside for possible grading. So we'll see. I mean, they're like $25 books right now, but how often do you come across them anymore?
I want it. I'd like some.
I'm already putting aside some Wolverines for you.
Oh, thank Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll see which ones you get though.
I know.
Yeah. What's the crappy era of Wolverine? When you get the no-nos, that's a good period, right?
Oh, the one where he was like bones for claws. That was awful.
Well, we'll see what happens. But I still got to go through I still got to go through the list of people that are going to be at the show and put some stuff aside for grading. And not for grading, for signing. Because I've got to get some signatures. It's important to me now. Where it used to not be important to me.
What changed? Is it just...
I had so much fun doing it last time. It was kind of cool going to different artists and getting their signatures, But me, I was only going for like maybe 1 or 2 books a piece, and that was it. I mean, I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't like somebody that walks up and hands them a stack of 50 books and wants them all signed,
Yeah.
I had specific ones that had meaning to me,
Yeah.
So, actually, I have this one. It's not super valuable. But if I can get Art Adams to sign it, that'd be kind of cool. It's a pretty one.
Wait,
it's an alternate cover for X-Men issue number 13. This is X-Men volume 6, 5, or 6. I mean, it's not a huge thing, but it's a pretty cover. So we'll see. But I gotta start going through my stacks and seeing what I can find. Oh, you know who's there? And I've got the perfect book for him to sign is Jim Starlin.
Mm-hmm.
I have a copy of Breed number 1. That's his self-published. He's got a lot of self-published. He's got a lot of creator-owned books out there. Yeah. But that was one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. But the version I have is instead of the black cover, the title is in silver.
Oh, cool.
So it's like a limited, and it's a $5 book. But if I got him to sign it with like a silver pen, that would be freaking awesome.
I was kind of waiting until you got here until I figured out which books I was going to get signed. I kind of figured that would be like a night before thing.
You're going to wait for the night before, really?
Why not? With you, it'd be fun.
You need to put some priority into this, man. You need to be ready. You need to be prepared.
Fuck.
What you need to do, I hate to say it, what you need to do is go through the list of artists and say, oh, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. And then find the book that best suits that.
I know that Jose Garcia Lopez is going to be there. And
I do not have a good copy of Atari Force number 1.
You don't?
I don't. The copy I have is like kind of beat up. It's like a 50-cent bin book.
I don't know.
Which really sucks because that would be a beautiful book to get them.
Yeah, I don't have a mint condition Atari Force #1, but
shit, we may have to end up buying one.
we may have to buy one. I would buy it. I would buy it. Yeah.
Hey Doc, how's it going?
Doc.
I'm full of Tinder vittles.
What are you doing on Tinder? Eating somebody's vittles? What? That's got to be a euphemism for youth. Not a euphemism.
That's got to be a euthanasia for something.
Well, I mean, you get to an age, you got to expand your horizons, man, to keep it
You get what you get, right? When you get to be a certain age. Yeah.
No, full of delicious ribs.
Nice. Well, we had Sunnies tonight too, as well, but nobody ordered ribs.
Do what? Were that something I was supposed to pay attention to?
I just said
I wasn't. I'm not in the zone yet.
We had Sunny's barbecue for dinner as well tonight.
Oh, that's good.
But nobody ordered ribs. It was a pulled pork or sliced pork and sweet potatoes and banana pudding and corn nuggets. So
is banana pudding like a barbecue thing there, or is that just something that they offer?
Just a dessert. It's a euphemism for something else. So it means I'm getting lucky tonight.
Okay. we just made ours at home. I don't know what to tell you, man. I was gonna take my kid for ice cream, but then she was a real a-hole, so we nixed that one.
Oh,
yeah.
So sad.
That damn sad. YouTube killing children's brains.
Yeah.
It shrinks your prefrontal cortex, man.
It shrinks all your cortexes.
I'm trying. Seriously, man, it's a problem. Trying to dip that one in the bud.
Anyway,
dudes, what's happening?
Well, my nephew was class of 2026.
A
bunch of kids raised on the internet and social media and literally just dumb as rocks.
Oh
well.
Yeah. It sucks, man. I got this thing. I don't know where you guys are at the thing. I could show you something cool though.
Sure, go for it.
I mean, it is AI. I might need a knife or something, but it's I got this developer's kit for this thing called. Well, I got to open it up first. Open Home. And
you telling me you're not ready?
I just got this in the mail. I haven't even opened it myself. So this is going to be a grand unveiling. But anyway, it's an
unboxing video. We can do that.
It is an unboxing video. Yeah.
It's a box inside of a box. That's very
a box inside of a box. I got a nice T-shirt, which is
very modern,
which is cool. Wow.
Oh,
that's cool.
Nice of them. Man, it's a really heavy T-shirt, like heavy cotton. But Open Home is it's kind of like an open source Alexa, if you will. So if you know anything about like the whole agentic harness thing, which I know we talk about sometimes, but basically it's a thing to run your AI through. You can have custom skills or whatever, right? But this is a voice first implementation of that. So like, for instance, our friends at Hail Draconis, who have an NFT collection and some really sick art, he just hooked it up so you could sync your NFT and then chat with the lore, right?
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, very cool. He put all of his lore on the thing so you can like talk to your NFT, which is really badass. So my thing was like, well, wouldn't it be cool, because it's basically like a single player RPG as he describes it. So wouldn't it be cool to get an API endpoint for my, voice first home assistant, right?
Oh my Lord, dude.
And be able to like talk with my, alien.
I'm making a real girlfriend.
Yeah. But like you could. I always use voice with. This is probably
too.
gonna be loud when I open up this plastic, but I always use voice with AI as a primary surface. This has like a trigger wake word. They've got their own SDK. It can actually interrupt you, so it's like true full duplex, right? Like it'll interrupt you if it's like, hey, I got a better idea, right? Supposedly, I haven't got that far yet, but hey, man, like it's super super cool. They sent me this crap for free. Not crap. It's really actually very awesome. So it's got the some child's calling me. Give me just 1 second, okay? I'll call you right back. So it's the box. It's got a speaker, and this is a Raspberry Pi with, I guess, their custom hat on top of it. I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it's got another audio out. I've got mini HDMI network on here. Yeah, I wonder what their dev board does. It just looks like a couple extra. Oh, it's it's for extra power for the speaker. That's what it is. So yeah, so like this is fully customizable. So now, I mean, we could have adult fantasy, quick RPG, choose your own adventure, talk to characters. I think this is great for IP development. But
so
I also think
basically a Raspberry Pi tied to a
it's a Raspberry Pi on a speaker, and they've got their own custom SDK, and they have something similar to like Claude Skills. So you could do like the productivity thing, like tell me my calendar today, right? That's fine. But I see it for kids. I see a really cool surface to be able to, because their skill editors a lot more simple, right? You can do it online on the developer's portal. You don't have to do it in the terminal or anything. So you could do a lot of storytelling stuff. I mean, Amelia, she likes talking to Gemini voice and coming up with stories and stuff like that. But now, those things could be stored better. They could be more interactive, and it can really be, you could reduce the screen and increase the imagination and still teach kids how to interface with AI, which is what I think is really cool. Even my mom, she fell a couple weeks ago and had to call us. She's older, top heavy or whatever, but had she not had her phone with her, this has got a really a nice microphone too. Even stuff for like the elderly, like this kind of crap. I mean, like there's a million use cases for this that I think are really cool, past just being like, tell me the weather, right?
Yeah.
So, it's all Python. I'm sure you can script it however you want. So, if Google or Amazon allowed you to do this, if it wasn't closed source, people would already be doing it. So this is the alternative. And so, they'll go into actual production, and I'm sure they'll have a better form factor. This is clearly a 3D printed box, but they worked really hard to find the perfect speaker. I think these guys, somebody on the team used to work for like a custom speaker manufacturing or something like that. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. So I can start yakking at this thing. And it's kind of fun to get into like hardware, to think about getting into hardware. You could hook a camera up to it. You could hook, Raspberry Pi. They've got little touch screens. There's a lot of cool kind of things you could probably do with this. And, that way it can see me while I'm talking to it.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. Did you actually see there is it's like an AI adult chatbot sort of thing. They had a job application out. Okay. They were getting 10 people for 1 month of basically, like, I guess it would be like reinforcement training or internal feedback on like guided masturbation sessions with their
I'm
bot.
in. Let's go.
$2,000 a month, bro.
Send me the link.
For one whack a day.
Send me the link. Let's go.
And then like a jizz diary or something.
No, for real. Send me the link.
I applied.
You applied?
I mean, yeah, why not,
I'm
man?
saying for $2,000, I'll date a II for a month. Send me the link after this.
Right? I'll send it to you.
So freaking sad.
Yo, whatever, man. You're doing scam calls. I'll beat off to some AI bullshit.
What else is in here? A little sticker. QR code
Oh God.
and some pieces of paper. Cool, man. Yeah, but hey, dude, I mean, like, what? This is a Raspberry Pi. I think it's a 4 Model B or something like that. You know, that's
Yeah.
still. This is, you know, a couple $300 worth of hardware for free. And all I got to do is, you know, build on it. I might even. I mean, I'm talking to him about like doing some bounties and actually trying to get a role there. You know, potentially like just, you know, they're going to have some like grants and bounties that could lead to like doing like a part-time skills thing. So too early to tell, but I mean, yes, it's still super cool, man. I'm pretty pumped about it. Something to do.
Well,
Lord
there
knows
you
ain't doing anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to go. My kid called me. Here, I'm going to mute for a second.
go. Okay. Oh,
So, Andrew, how many books are you bringing up to here to the convention? I mean, is it really like for signing? Is it going to be just a small amount, or are you just going to bring? Are you going to go full retailer and bring? Like,
no. It'll be about a handful.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's all stuff for me. It's
Yeah.
not for, you know.
I do got to go, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm being recalled. Love you guys. I'll
Love you,
catch you
man.
later.
Bye,
Yep.
everybody. Bye.
See you, Doc.
He hasn't logged off yet. He doesn't know he's still on.
I can remove him. That would be nice of me to remove him
That
before
was
he
very nice.
before he says something stupid.
Before he says like, God, I fucking hate those guys.
Yeah, I know. That goddamn Zach never shuts the hell up.
Ah, all these people.
So here, funny story, okay? I had a series of calls with a scammer, right? And at one point, I revealed to him that I'm a YouTuber. I'm recording these calls. I'm just screwing with them, you know, so forth and so forth. And they get mad at me and they hang up. Well, the next day, they called back and I'm having conversations with them like nothing happened. And so when I make the video, I made 4 videos. At the end of the first video, or actually, no, it was the beginning of the second video, I said, just to recap the conversation that I've had with these guys. And I do clips from where I tell them, hey, I'm calling about, I'm doing, and I literally tell them everything. Well, I ended up making 3 more videos with them because they either forgot or they're just so stupid they're not paying attention. And I mess with them. Well, today, and this was, the videos were like last week, like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week or whatever. Well, today I kind of got bored and I said, you know, let's give them a call and just see if they'll answer the phone. And I called them and somebody answered. It wasn't the main guy, but it was somebody else claiming to be him. And I started the conversation by going, hey, I got that money pack scratch card that you wanted me to go out and get. What do I need to do now to set up my delivery for my winnings? And I spent the next 20 minutes just screwing with him horribly, right?
Oh, my
Well,
God.
eventually, one of the times I called back, the original guy got on the line. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? I've said, why are you guys so damn dumb? And I'm just ripping into him, and he's all pissed off at me. And he's like, I'm going to call Sean back. And Sean's the guy who was my grandson. And he was like, I'm friends with Sean now. And I'm like, well, whatever, you know. And I kept telling him, don't call Sean and bothering him. Leave him alone. Well, needless to say, at one point, I tried calling the guy back, and he ignored my call. And I was like, okay, no problem. I got it. I've got another video, enough calls to make a whole nother video out screwing with this guy, you know. He calls me back again because I guess he saw that he missed a call. So he called it thinking, you know, this is one of the people on the hook that's on the hook. And I'm like, yeah, I got the money pack card. Let's do it. It's like, dude, I just talked to you like 30 minutes ago. It's so dumb. It's like these guys are just so stupid. It's so wonderful. You just got to love it. And this one, he actually did threaten to kill me. It was another one that, and I asked him, I said, do you think this is the first time that somebody has threatened me? I mean, really? God, I just have too much fun doing this. Oh well.
Yeah, you gotta love what you do, Andrew.
That's right. You got to love what you do. But the funny thing is I don't have time to do the things I really want to do.
Like what?
Draw.
Why not?
I have too much shit to do.
What else? What else do you have to do besides scanning comic books?
You know how much time that takes in a day? It takes a
know.
lot of time.
You enjoy your work, though.
Yeah, I got to spend a couple hours at my store today organizing and alphabetizing some stuff. It was great. I kept coming across comics going, ooh, this would be perfect if I got it signed, you know? Speaking of which, you want to take us a few minutes and take a look at the guest list and see if there's anything new that popped up?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Because I know this is important to Todd. Right, Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do remember in previous years, you could go the day before and pick up your pre-bought passes. Do you remember that? Because it didn't happen last year. We went and stood in line. It took forever. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we have to, we have to. But then again, we also know where the good parking spot is now. So do you by any chance know if that's still available? Have you been downtown Charlotte in a while?
I have not. It's probably available. We'll park in the parking lot behind the building like we did last time.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Keep it quiet. I don't want everybody to know our plan. Frickin' A.
Oh, Art Adams.
Well, yeah, Art Adams was there last year.
Yeah, I know. Didn't he charge like $20 or something?
15, yeah. And honestly, that didn't bother me at all.
What would you have him sign? Would you do a long shot #1, or would you do just whatever book?
I already have a long shot #1 signed and graded and certified. So,
how much is long shot #1 worth if it's signed?
Probably not much more than the value of the book. I mean, it's not that huge value anymore.
Well, and he also signs all of them. I mean, I'm sure that's like the #1 book.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still going to get something signed by him.
I thought for me, if I was going to get something signed, it might be the Holy Trinity, the Fantastic Four issues.
Yeah.
Those are my all-time favorite books.
$15 a pop minimum. Yeah. You're talking $45 just to have them sign those 3. You better have.
That's also why I wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
I was gonna say, you better have good copies. So,
well, that's the thing is I don't have cherry. I would if I have to pay $15, it's got to be a cherry mint book.
All right. Well,
my long shot actually might be, but I don't know about the trilogy.
Now, Kare Andrews, first HeroCon appearance. That could be cool. I'm gonna put his name down on my list just in case I have something that
I can't believe it's already been a year. It really blows my mind.
Yeah, it has been.
I can't believe it's been a year.
Mark Bagley. Ooh, you know what I have that I could get him to sign is the first appearance of Carnage. I have a copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl Banks, that's cool. Mike Barron. Ooh, you know, it'd be so cool. I think I have a copy of issue #1 of Badger, which is the first appearance of Badger. I have it set aside to possibly have it graded for Ayla because she's a big Badger fan. What if I got Mike Barron to sign it?
That would be cool.
That might be cool.
I actually have a bunch of early Nexus as well. Maybe Mike Barron. I mean, I don't have the first issue, but I have like Nexus #2.
Yeah. Those books were so good.
They were so good.
Oh, wow. Tim Bradstreet. Oh, freaking A. I wonder what his line might be like. All right, I'm putting it down. Tim Bradstreet. But I'm thinking, I can't think of a specific book that jumps out at me for him. I mean, there's dozens and dozens of Punisher comics that he did the art for, the covers for. Let me look. I'll have to look. June Brigham, Power Pack. Oh. Ooh, do I have a Power Pack issue to get signed? I mean, I have a I have a copy of number 1, but it's already been graded, so I don't know if I'd be willing to crack it open just to get him. Mark Buckingham.
I've seen some people get those signed on the case.
Yeah, well, if you're getting it signed just for you and you're never going to sell it, it's just for you personally. If you had them sign the case, it's like not a big deal. It's like people that get those pop figures signed, the boxes signed by the artist or the person. You're never going to open it, you know. I don't know if I'd want it. I'd want the book signed, you know, not the case. But let's see. Ben Caldwell's pretty cool. I can't think of a single thing I have of his that would make me want to go do it. Chris Claremont, I already talked about. I'm going to write that down.
What are you going to get signed from Claremont?
The Avengers Annual number 10, First Rogue. He wrote it, and Michael Golden.
That's right.
Drew it. So yeah.
Dennis Cowan. Oh, Dennis Cowan's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
I could get all of those Deathlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That or The Question.
Yeah.
Colleen Dorn. Okay, very cool. Dave Dorman, I already wrote that one down. Using the wrong pen on this.
I would get Dark Phoenix Saga, like a really nice trade of the Dark Phoenix Saga signed by Claremont.
Yeah. Ooh, Tommy Lee Edwards. Ooh. Steve Epting. You know what? I might actually have a first appearance of the Winter Soldier. I'm going to go ahead and write that down as a possibility. Michelle Fifi. It's one of Todd's favorites.
Yeah, he's got his new master volume and the final volume of Copra that I'll be buying. So he's getting a good chunk of cash from me.
Dan Fraga, Ron Friends. I think
Carrie Gammel's going to be there, dude.
Was Ron Friends the artist of the first appearance of the New Warriors?
I think he might have been.
I got to double check because I've got a couple of copies of that. And then that's one of my all-time favorite books. Damn, I never even thought about getting signatures on my favorite books of all time, you know?
Yeah.
Those are the exact books you should be getting.
I know, which is crazy. Let me see. Let's see. Penciler Ron Friends, yeah. He was the artist of Thor number 411. First appearance of that was the cameo appearance of the New Warriors, and then 412 was their first full appearance, and he did the art on that one too. Damn, I feel I'm embarrassed to say I did not know that ahead of time and have not been searching out to get his signature on that. Let's see. Jenny Frizen again. She's good. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. I had an opportunity to get something signed by him last year, and I wussed out. Because honestly, it wasn't a really good copy, and I really didn't want to put it in front of him and say, hey, sign this beat-up copy of Atari Force, you know? Michael Golden, of course. I know he charges like $25, so that's fine. I can cover it. Mike Grell. Oh, wow. I have a copy of Warlord number 1 I have set aside for somebody, but he doesn't know I have it yet.
Then just take it.
Mike Grell. I'll put it down just in case. Just thinking of like really important books that they did that I can Cully Hamner's pretty awesome, but
I might do like red. I could do red.
yeah. James Heron. Like, I'm sure I got a first copy of Rumble around somewhere. Klaus Janson. You already got Klaus's signature, didn't you?
On Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson. I guarantee you his booth will be very busy. Casey Jones. He hasn't done anything for a long time. J.G. Jones. Jolie Jones. Joe Jusko. I really got to look and see what I have of Joe Jusko that I might. Let's see what they have. Savage Sword of Conan. Vampirella. Ooh, I wonder if I've got a really nice copy of Savage Sword of Conan that might look good with his signature on. I'll have to double check. Let's see.
Matt Kent.
Yeah. Carl Kessel. Keybar. I've heard that name before.
Jay Lee would be good.
I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye, Avery.
Jay Lee would be good.
Mike Kunkel.
Kunkel.
Yeah, I like his stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Greg Land.
Leonardi.
Jay Lee. Oh, well, yeah, Rick Leonardi. Well, I already have a copy of 2099 signed by him, so
I don't have one. Do you have another? Do you have a spare 2099 issue number 1?
I might.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. A spare issue. It's like a $20 book right now, man. What are you talking about? Spare? I don't just have those like hanging out.
Yes, you do. It's literally your job.
Kevin McGuire. Yeah, it is kind of my job, isn't it? And isn't that funny?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Laura Martin. That might be cool. Mike McCone. Very cool. Bob McLeod. Oh, Bob McLeod. I definitely want to put him on my list because I have a copy of New Mutants #1. Joshua Middleton. Okay. Al Milgrom. You know what's so funny? Now I'm going to have to go through all my boxes and find all these comics. Oh, well. Phil Noto. Kevin Nolan. Oh, dude. The Outsiders Annual. That one Outsiders Annual that he did back in the day. That would be freaking awesome. That or Sword of Azrael. Actually, maybe even the the Superman Alien book, where he inked over what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
That could be really cool. Let's see. Pat Olive. Jeroma Pena. Oh, wow. Dan Parent's kind of cool. I think I have some copies of Die Kitty Die. I should go through and see which ones I have. If I got like a really good cover, I'm gonna put Dan Parent down and look for those. Paul Peltier. I do like him. He's pretty awesome. Mark Pennington. Let's see. Richard and Wendy Penny, Stephen Platt, Eric Powell. I don't think I have anything by Eric Powell to get signed, but I know my friend's going to want to have his issues signed. Frickin' A, I already sold them. Tom Rainey. I got to double check, see if there's anything Tom Rainey that I have. I mean, I own an original page of his art. I bought that at a New York Comic Con one year. Bud Root, that might be cool. Craig Russell. Let's see. Sorry. Mark Schultz. I have a copy of Xenozoic Tales that's already signed by him, but it's signed on the inside. It'd be cool if he signed it on the outside where you can actually see his signature. I'm going to write his name down just in case. Let's see. Oh, I was about to say Bart Sears. No, it's Ben Sears. I don't even know who that is. Tim Seeley. Let's see. Some of these names I have no idea. Walter Simonson. Last year, I think Walter Simonson, his line was really long. It was a little crazy. Scott Snyder. Okay.
I don't know if I have any Scott Snyder stuff.
Jim Starlin. Yep, there we go. Jim Starlin. I know my friend has a copy of it was a Jim Starlin book. Brian Stelfreeze. I could check and see if there's something else I need. William Stout. That would be so freaking cool. I'm trying to think if I have anything that he did. Like the cover of. I'll have to look. Damn, I got a lot of stuff to do. Billy Tucci. Fred Van Lente. Noah Van Sciver. Charles Vess. Oh, I wonder. I have a good copy. I'm pretty sure I've got a good copy of Stardust.
Stardust.
That might be cool.
Oh yeah.
It was the one that was made into the movie.
Yeah. That was good.
Dave Wachter, we know him. I don't know if I have Lee Weeks.
Lee Weeks is such a legend.
Oh yeah. Kent Williams or Keith Williams. That's not the same.
Don't do that to me. I haven't seen Kent Williams at a comic convention in forever.
Let's see. J.K. Woodard, we know him. Tom Zahler. I've got an original piece of his art. He did a hero drawing for me one year. All right. Well, needless to say, I got a pretty long list here going. Art Adams, Ray Andrews, Mark Bagley, Mike Barron, Tim Bradstreet, June Brigham, Chris Claremont, Dave Dorman, Steve Epting, Ron Friends, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, Michael Golden, Michael Grell, Bob McLeod, Dan Parent, Eric Powell, Mark Schultz, and Jim Starlin. That's a very decent sized list, if I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now I got to go through and find all those issues.
Good luck.
Now I know I've got a few that jump out at me. Ray Andrews did that one series for Image where it was his creator-owned one. I forgot the name of it, but on the inside it says written, drawn, penciled, inked, colored, and completely owned by Ray Andrews. I'm like, I like that. You know? All right, here's the thing. I've got to go through the comics. I got to find comics for each of these guys, and I've got to make sure if they need to be pressed, they need to be pressed before they're signed, because I don't think I've ever pressed anything that's already been signed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to add steam to the comics themselves, and the last thing I want is for the steam to run the signature or ruin the signature.
Yeah. I'm sighing because you have all these cool tools to help you get your better comics and stuff.
Well, you want to hear something really sad?
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell it on camera. Can't tell that story on camera.
Why?
Because if it ever got back to the person I sold it to, that I did what I did to what I did.
Okay.
Actually, I sold I had a run of Absolute Batman, issues 1 through 20, all cover A's, all first print, plus the annual. And I sold that for a nice chunk of change. Well, then I had a second run, but I was missing issue number 1, so I had 2 through 20. And then I had a few duplicates in there as well, and I pretty much sold all of them and made a very hefty profit off all of them.
Why are people buying that book? I do not understand.
Yeah. Hey, Richard's here.
Hey, Richard.
Richard says, "Good evening, gentlemen." And to you as well, Andrew. Yes, I know. He's such a smart ass. Gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and start wrapping up now that Richard's here. Let's get out of here. He's not the reason why we're wrapping up, and I'm tired. I still have to make my video for tomorrow. But, yeah, my scammers who gave me such great content today are going to help me get a video ready, another video ready for like Monday. Get that knocked out of the way. We do what we can, and they provide me the content, so I got to love it. I actually told the one scammer, thank you so much for giving me good content. I appreciate it. He was not happy with me. Oh, well. All right, well, Todd, you got anything to say? No? All right, good. What about you, Zach? Nothing? All right, excellent. Well, hope you all have a wonderful evening. Hope you have a great weekend, and look forward to next weekend and talking to you all again next week. So we'll see y'all later. Richard, hope you're doing well. Look forward to talking to you soon. Take it easy, my friend. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Cheers.